Sprayed and Silver Gun, Sega Saturn import. One of the rarest games for Sega Saturn. Right out there, Panzer Dragoon Saga. Oh, what's up, guys? It's me, WiLL. This is another blog of mine. Want to talk about Back to Basics 26 last week. It's an event that I held at Guerrilla Games inside of Wellington Mall. It was a fun event. I had 3 tournaments in that day, which is Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and Mortal Kombat 9. Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, the winner of that tournament was Ish with Jerry, and second place was Deg with Chung Lee. Ish pretty much went straight through, defeated anyone that was in his path, and he won the tournament. Deg, he lost to SSJ Jeff in the semifinals, then he had to fight a few people to get to the grand finals, which are Louis the Panda and SSJ Jeff again, and then he went to the grand finals. Unfortunately, he lost to Ish. One thing I noticed with Deg is, like, I know you've been to like most of my Street Fighter tournaments, and what I noticed, like, whoever he was defeated, whoever defeated him in the winners, in the losers, if he paired against up with the same person, more than likely he could defeat that person. It's kind of strange. I remember in the first Street Fighter 4 tournament, I had to pair up Deg against CO Darkness in the prelims, and CO defeated him. And Deg had to climb all the way up to grand finals from losers preliminaries, and fought against CO Darkness in the grand finals, defeated him in both sets, and won that tournament. Another tournament was Guala Baby 6 defeated Deg. It was like a round robin tournament, and then they had to pair up again, and Deg defeated Guala Baby 6. And I know there's like a few other instances, but I don't know, this is one of the things that I noticed though. But in the Back to Basics 26, Jeff defeated him, and he got him back in the losers final. So I don't know, this something I noticed though. But I know there's like a few other tournaments that that pretty much happened with Deg. So, but you know, props to him. In Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the winner of the tournament was Flocker. I believe he was like a top 16 finalist in the in EVO 2011, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, top 16, top 32, somewhere up there. And I know he placed really high, and he won Back to Basics 26 Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournament. Second place was Louis the Panda. Again, like Louis the Panda, like, he's like really consistent at getting second place a lot of tournaments. I know from like BlazBlue, Street Fighter, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3, he would come like second place. He always comes so close, and then fortunately he got stopped in the grand finals though. But he won a lot of second place. Well, he came in second place in a lot of tournaments though. So one day I'll see him winning one of my tournaments. Mortal Kombat 9, Deg won his second Mortal Kombat tournament. And second was a new player named Danny. He's like this young kid, and I don't know, no one would expect him to like came in like top 2, but he lost in the preliminaries against James, and he climbed his way up to grand finals. He defeated like really good players. He only used like Kung Lao. I mean, yeah, he's like top tier, but I was just like, you know, for a little kid, I was just like, mad props. So I guess we have our own version of Noah and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So, but that's that tournament. And I also have another tournament, Back to Basics 27. Once again held at Guerrilla Games inside of Wellington Mall. It's going to be on September 10th with the same 3 games: Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and Mortal Kombat 9. And I'm also going to have some matches for the main card. Hopefully I can get it set before that tournament, so everyone can anticipate like what's going to happen in that event. Also, I want to talk about was another thing I want to talk about is UFC 134. It's going to happen this Saturday on August 27th. It's headlining Yushin Okami versus Anderson Silva. Co-main event is Shogun Hua and Forrest Griffin, and also in the card is Brandon Shaw versus Big Nog. Those are like the top 3 in the main card. I'm rooting for Okami because someone has to, but I don't know. Is this like Okami? There's a slight advantage that he has. He has a really good wrestling background. You know, he's pretty big for a middleweight. But we'll have to see. I know he's being trained with Chael Sonnen, so I don't know. It really all depends, like, you know, how Anderson Silva is training with his wrestling. I know he brought in like a high-profile wrestler in his camp to negate the takedowns. So we'll just have to see. Yushin Okami, I don't recall him getting knockout before or sub. I think he's got sub once, but I'm not too sure. But I guess we'll see. You know, anything can happen. Anderson Silva, you know, he's just not only he's like elusive, but you know, he's a really creative striker, and he can like strike in any angles. You know, he's really solid in Muay Thai. So Muay Thai is the art of 8 limbs. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. With the Shogun Forrest Griffin fight, before it had like some interest because it's supposed to be like a rematch. Because Forrest Griffin defeated Shogun via rear naked choke. But I don't know, it's like, I guess there's like a lot of backstory with like Shogun like having like some injuries and stuff. He's always been going through knee surgeries and stuff, and Forrest Griffin's like emotional. He's like going through the phase. It's like, you know, oh man, I'm fighting again, and you know, he has that, you know, oh, it's another fight attitude, you know. So but of course, like, you know, the UFC hype machine is like hyping him up, you know, Forrest Griffin with that, you know, awesome battle against Stephen Bonner in the Ultimate Fighter finale. And of course, Shogun has like a really a good background in Pride FC. So we'll see. I'm just rooting for Shogun. You know, Shogun, like, you know, he's a really awesome fighter. I mean, it's unfortunate he lost to John Jones for the UFC title, but you know, I don't know. People say he got injured, but I don't know. We have to see. You know, is this with that match? But I feel like Shogun like were able to knock him out. I don't know about first round, but Forrest Griffin is really tough. So I mean, it could go for decision. Brian Shaw versus Big Nog. Big Nog's returning from I think it's been over a year since he fought. I think his last fight was Cain Vasquez in UFC 110. I think. It's like over a year ago, so it's coming off of an injury too. Actually, no, not an injury, but like a surgery. I think, my opinion, I want Big Nog to win. He's like one of my favorite fighters. He's like so down to earth, and like he has a really good jiu-jitsu for a heavyweight. I had some questions y'all like asked for me. I'm just gonna answer one. One question is, am I coming back to California for Anime Expo, or just coming back, you know, California for a trip? I'm not too sure if I want to come back to Anime Expo for next year, but I definitely would like to go to San Diego Comic Con. The last one that they had was like really cool. Has like everything that really interests me, so I'm really considering about going to San Diego Comic Con for next year. That's pretty much it with my blog. I guess I'm like, you know, a bunch of time on my hands now, so like there's a chance I might make few more of these blogs frequently, but we'll just have to see. So but until then, peace, take care.